Every December 1st since 1988, we have celebrated World AIDS Day, and our friends at DAP Health chose today to share some very important news with us. Welcome, Stephen. Of course, we love to have our friends from DAP Health, especially on World AIDS Day, which December 1st, 1988, was the first day that we commemorated this important day. And talk to me really about DAP Health commitment to making sure that we do end this epidemic.
Yeah. So, I think you mentioned, World AIDS Day is first and foremost a day for us as a community to pause and remember those, we've lost. We lost so many people during the AIDS epidemic. And, DAP was born of that epidemic. I think it's interesting to note that today over half of the people living with HIV are over the age of 50. And there was a young man that I think we all remember, Ryan White, who on December 6th, on Monday, would have turned 50 years old.
Wow.
And his legacy, when we remember the people we've lost, Ryan was one of those people. And I think we all have that touch point of remembering him and his mother's advocacy to end stigma around HIV. He faced so many challenges.
Yeah, and the work you're doing is so amazing, and I know access is so important to DAP Health. And you have some exciting news you want to share with our viewers, our Valley, for the very first time, about your commitment to our entire Coachella Valley.
So 4 months ago, our Director of Community Health and Sexual Wellness and our CEO decided to take the services in our sexual wellness clinic free. And so that was free STI testing and treatment, HIV testing and treatment, access to PrEP, which prevents HIV transmission, and one of the ways that we end the epidemic. And what they found was that in 2019, 25% of our new HIV diagnoses were Latino men. And these men were driving 30 to 40 miles to access the care at DAP Health. And so just this week, DAP made the commitment to sign a lease to open a new sexual wellness clinic in Indio, hoping to open that in July. And then that is so important because when you talk about removing barriers to access, that time to travel is one of those ways. If someone doesn't take that journey, they won't know their status. And if they don't know their status, they can't get the access to the life-saving medication they need. And part of that is the campaign continuing the work that Ryan's mother started of ending stigma, U equals U, undetectable equals untransmittable. And I think it's an important campaign that on World AIDS Day, we also remind folks that if someone's living with HIV and they're taking their medication and their viral load is undetectable, they cannot transmit the virus. And that's another way that you end the HIV epidemic. And Sandy, for people living with HIV that have gone back to work, we've got a very special event on revivalstores.com featuring artists living with HIV. All of the proceeds go straight back to the artists and their clients at DAP Health. And so you just go to revivalstores.com and you can shop for art today. That's another way to mark World AIDS Day.
Lovely. Thank you so much for all you do at DAP Health, Stephen, and on World AIDS Day especially. Thanks for coming in. So important, of course, to honor this day. For NBC Cares, I'm Sandy Newton.